Welcome to the installation of the model 113 fire engine. First we start with the panel number 1L or 1R. You can choose either 1L or 1R to start with. Now whenever you see a plastic circle, you put in a screw like so and fill in all the rest of the hole there. 3, 4, 5. Next you use the item number 17, which is a white panel like so, and then you put in the wooden dowel in on the side and the same on the other end as well. Now remember the golden rules throughout the work from start to the finish. When we put in the dowel here, we always hammer in 60% in and leave 40% out like so throughout the installation. Now this is a part where we put a steering wheel in. First we put the silver ring there on top of the steering wheel, then using a small screw there, and we tied it in like so. Now the sequence for the steering wheel is a cap on top of the wheel, then the cylinder, then the screw underneath like so. Now with the panel we put in the screw in like so from the back. Now we put in the cylinder in like so. Next we put in the steering wheel in like that, and then we top it up with the cap in like that, and then we tied it up from the back like so. Now we're using the Allen key and tied it up from the back like so to tighten up the steering wheel. Now this part is ready to install. Now before we put it in, make sure you put in a wooden dowel like so on each end, and then we install it in like so, and the angle on that corner like that. Then we put in the screw in. Now we're using a 55mm long screw to tighten it in like there. Now for this part here, the screw can be either the new model will be 50mm long and the old model will be a 55mm long screw there. Next we put in the other side of the panel. If you start with 1L, you put in the 1R on top, or you start the vice versa. Now you put it in like so, make sure you line it in, and then start putting all the cross button in like so on each of the panel above like there, and then now tightly tap it in to lock and start locking it in, and we turn it clockwise to lock it in. Now we turn the unit over, and the whole unit should look by now looks like this. Next we're using this panel item number 24 to put at the back of the fire engine. Next we're using this unit. Now some of the model may or may not have the rim, so if you do have the rim like that, you might need to use a small knife to cut around the rim, and we will show you now how to cut the rim there. Now you can use the scissors and go slowly like so and cut it through the rim like that, and take it off the rim like so, around it, and now you got a round head like there. Okay, until you got a nice smooth head like so. Now the reason we cut the rim is so we can put the button inside the hole there, so it can sink inside, so later on we can put the screw through it. Otherwise it would not fit and you cannot tighten up this end unit there. Now the reason why we cut it is so that the button can be sink inside the hole so it can go down deep, as you can see there, so the screw can pass through it to be able to catch it and to tie it in, and which is like so. And make sure when you put it in, the hole there will be lined up with the screw when you put it in as well. Next we install in the unit like so from the back. Now make sure the top bit would be, top server will be the one that's got 3 holes like there. You can see 1, 2 and 3. So that's how you know that is the top part, and the bottom part got no hole, so you got the right size there to install it in. Now you tie it in using a 55 or 50 for the new one, and 55 is the old model. So either side of them you can put it in and tie it up, one there and one on the bottom there, so 2 on each side. Next we're using this piece item number 11, which got the power unit there. Now we're doing the same thing, also put 4 of the button in, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now make sure when you put it in, the line should be the same of the direction like indicated from the screwdriver there, from the screw when your screw is gonna in. Now the line must be the same like that in order for them to later on be tightened in like so. Now next on the side panel we're putting all the joint stick like there, and 2 wooden dowel there, 1 there and 1 there, and the last one we put also a joining needle there by putting a cross button there and tie it up by turning clockwise, and same as the other side. And we do the same for the left and the right panel like so as well. Next you put up the upper panel like so on this side there, and we do same as the other side. Now when you put it in, make sure you put in the locking button in like there, and then turn it clockwise like so, 1 there and 1 on the other side. Make sure it's tightly secure. Next we put in the item number 10, which is the windscreen of the fire engine. Now we will line it up like so with the wiper underneath. Now you put also 2 screws on the side there to secure the unit in, 1 on top, 1 at the bottom, and the same on the other side as well. Next we're installing this piece unit, either 3L or 3R. Now we put it in on the back of the fire engine like so, and before you put it in, make sure you put in the joint stick underneath there and tighten up with the button like that and turn clockwise. And for the top part you put 1 joining screw there, 1 there, and tie it up on the bottom, 2 wooden dowel, and also 1 at the end there. Now same thing, put in the cross button in and turn clockwise to tighten it in securely. And now you do the same thing on the other side. Next we put in the silver frame in like so. Now with this silver frame, make sure you tighten up all the screw all around it like so. 3 on the side, 3 on the bottom like that, and 1 there. Now the side there, we're next to the silver frame, we're using a 35mm screw there to tighten up around there, 1 and then 2, and the same as the other side. Now make sure you put in also a button there like that on this side like so. That's the unit we use to tighten it in. and the bottom one we also use a 35mm as well, so it's 3 on each side, this side and the other side as well, like so. And we're using also 35mm on the bottom of the silver frame there as well. Now by now it looks like so. Next we put in the front panel, which is the item number 13. Now make sure the top bit is actually got an edge like that, as you can see, so you don't got mistaken. Now from here we're using a 50 or the 55mm screw in to tighten it in. Put one on each side, one on the bottom, one on top, like so. Next we put the headlight panel in like so, and then secure 2 screw there, same again, 50 or 55, 50 for the new model and 55 for the old model. One on top and one on the bottom, and the same for the other side as well. By now your unit should look like this. Now before you build up the upper unit, make sure you put in the slate at the bottom first, like so, and line it up nicely, so later on you don't need to hit your work doesn't get hindered. Now before you put in the second level of the panel, first you must put in 1 dowel and 2 dowel there, and on the bottom you also put 2 dowel in the middle there, and also 2 joining stick like so.